We can go whenever you're ready.
Okay, so Sharon, could you please tell me a little bit about your involvement with the Pongamia project?
Can I just pause you for a second?
Sure.
When we say Pongamia project, do you mean like my PhD project,
Yes.
or the Pongamia project as a separate thing, and I'm just a PhD student working with it?
Okay, we'll look at the Pongamia project and you as a PhD student.
Okay. Alright. Oh god. Okay, let me start this again a little bit. So I'm essentially the founder of the Pongamia project. The Pongamia project was a kind of social engagement strategy that I developed as part of my PhD project, and I essentially run it now.
Okay, very good. Okay, so basically we want to know, we've got a bit of background about Pongamia and what it is and the importance of, where it might go in the future, but where do you think it might go in the future? Do you see there's potential for it to fuel cars?
Definitely. But I guess you have to make sure that you've got the distinction between a petrol car and a diesel car.
Mm-hmm.
Pongamia biodiesel is diesel, so it has the potential to fuel any form of diesel transport. So while it can fuel normal cars, it's more likely to fuel things like trucks and planes and tractors and those big commercial heavy vehicles instead.
Definitely. So you could see Pongamia being harvested, powered by Pongamia.
Yeah,
Sort of
exactly.
Okay.
So you could use Pongamia powered trucks and tractors, to essentially get more fuel.
And how far away do you see that happening? Is that sort of the next 20, 25, 30 years?
Yep. Well, the biggest delay factor would be the growth of the plantations. Each plantation takes between 7 to up to 14 years in order to reach a mature stage where you can start harvesting Pongamia trees. So the technology and the infrastructure that we need to produce biodiesel from Pongamia is already there and could be up and running today if we wanted to, but we need to get the plantations in place. So I'd be looking at a time frame of about 15 to 20 years before you have like large scale production, but you'll see small like pocket farms popping up within the next 5 years.
Okay, very good. And on those pocket farms, with the Pongamia, do you see it also? Okay, so we've looked at diesel powering cars. What about diesel powering homes and
electricity?
Electricity.
Definitely. So there's a bit of a move in more rural places of Queensland to have off-grid electricity production. So that's using things like diesel generators to fuel small towns or small communities, and that's exactly what Pongamia can do for you. Just imagine like a little small, maybe 10 or 20 houses growing their own Pongamia little field in the back, and they're able to produce biodiesel from those trees, put it straight into the generator and use it whenever they want. So definitely, you could definitely get electricity from it. It's a really good idea for mining companies to use it as well, to fuel their car as well as fuel their little buildings that they have to have, because there isn't that many buildings that they have to have, and yes. Definitely.
Very good. And what other uses do you see happening with Pongamia in the future?
Yep. So biodiesel will most likely be its primary use and its primary product. One of the byproducts from the transesterification process, which is the process you have to go through to get biodiesel, is glycerin. And glycerin is a commercial product that they use in a lot of different soaps and other commercial products. You also have the seed meal, which is left over once you extract the oil from the seed. That's got quite a good protein level, and you can pop it into commercial cattle feed. So a farmer could be using Pongamia, getting biodiesel out of it, and then also having a bit left over to feed their sheep or to feed their cows with. There's also a whole heap of medical benefits with Pongamia. The leaf extracts, if you wanted to put the effort into grind them down and everything, that oil you can get from the leaf has had some traditional uses in India for diabetes and a lot of rashes and a lot of skin conditions, which potentially could be useful. And the other thing that we're trialling at the moment is producing Pongamia honey. So we've got a plantation up on the Sunshine Coast where for any plantation you need to have bees there in order to fertilise the flowers and to get the whole cycle started. And these bees produce honey, and we've managed to make a couple bottles of it, couple of hundred should I say, and they taste amazing. It's just like normal honey, and it may or may not have some of the medical benefits that Pongamia trees have, because it is Pongamia reduced honey, but at the moment we're just selling it for, taste really.
Okay, and I guess this is maybe slightly off